It is Monday. It is the 27th of January. I'm Monita Rajpal. This is CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. Our top stories today. There is high security in southern Russia as the Winter Olympic torch arrives in the troubled and volatile region of Dagestan. It is one of the last few legs of the torch's journey as it makes its way to Sochi for the Games, which begin in just 11 days' time. CNN's Nick Payton-Walsh is in Dagestan, and he just sent us this report.
The festive atmosphere here inside this stadium, that's not reflected by what we've seen in the town itself.
Syria's political future may hang in the balance at peace talks in Switzerland today. Over the weekend, the Syrian government agreed to allow women and children to leave the shattered city of Homs, which has been under siege for months. CNN's senior international correspondent Nick Robertson joins us now from Geneva with more on these talks. It seems as though they are taking a couple of steps forward, but the reality is we will only see if those talks working when those agreements are put into practice, Nick.
Yeah, Monita, the UN mediator here, Lakhdar Brahimi, described it on Saturday
Thank you so much. Nick Robertson, they're live for us from Geneva. Now, millions of Syrians have fled the civil war engulfing their homeland. Thousands of them have ended up at the Zaatari refugee camp in northern Jordan, just across the border from Syria. CNN's Atika Schubert visited the camp where she found a salon owner trying to make sure that Syrian brides at the camp have a day and a wedding dress to cherish.
You can get anything you need on the Champs-Élysées Market Street at the Zaatari refugee camp. Groceries.
You are watching CNN News Central live from Hong Kong. Weather warnings in the U.S. as people in the sunny south brace themselves for an unusual blast of Arctic chill. We will bring you the very latest from our World Weather Center. We're watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. I'm Monita Rajpal. A newly single François Hollande is facing angry demands that he, quote, get out. French demonstrators took to the streets for a day of anger on Sunday. At issue, the president's love life and some of his controversial policies, including allowing same-sex marriage. The other stories we're following for you here at CNN News Center. Ukraine's justice minister has threatened to declare a state of emergency after a group of protesters seized her government building. These are live pictures that you're seeing right now, all but central Kiev. Of course, as you can see, people have dug into the capital there and maintaining their protests in the city. Edward Snowden says he thinks U.S. officials want him dead. The U.S. intelligence leaker spoke to German television from Russia, where he has been granted asylum. He also suggested that the U.S. National Security Agency may be involved in industrial espionage and allegedly would take intelligence, regardless of its value, to U.S. national security. The managing director of India's Tata Motors has died. Police say Carl Slim died in a fall at a hotel in Bangkok. An investigation is underway. Authorities say they are treating the death as a possible suicide and that a note was found in Slim's room on the 22nd floor. He had been helping implement an ambitious turnaround at Tata Motors. A brain-dead pregnant woman has been taken off life support. The machines that kept Marlise Munoz's heart and lungs working were switched off Sunday morning, 2 months after her husband found her unconscious on the floor of their Texas home. The hospital said that the fetus that she was carrying was not viable. China's moon rover apparently has broken down. Chinese officials say the rover, known as Jade Rabbit, suffered a mechanical control abnormality. They say it was caused by the, quote, complicated lunar surface environment. Scientists are trying to fix that problem. And a controversial shark cull is underway in Western Australia following 7 fatal attacks on people in the area in the past 3 years. Authorities have just made their first kill, but it's a move that's drawing angry reaction from conservationists and activists. And we do warn you that Rob Scott's report contains some disturbing images.
Less than a day after the drum lines went in, the first shark was hooked. A tiger caught.
Another blast of cold weather has hit the U.S. Mari Ramos is at the World Weather Center with more on that. Mari?
Oh, Monita, I spent the day outside yesterday. It was beautiful here in Atlanta. So a lot of crazy weather going on, Monita.
All right, Mari, thank you very much for that. You are watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. New talent and golden oldies will tell you who had a big night and who went home empty-handed at this year's Grammy Awards. That's just ahead. You're watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. This year's Grammy Awards starred a song that lived up to its name. Turner is in Los Angeles for all the gossip that went along with the Grammys. She joins us now from LA. And can we just begin, first of all, I think the only way to describe Beyonce's performance was dang.
Well, I might have used another word, but you cleaned it up a little bit. So, yes, I agree with you, Monita. Yes, why don't we just say, dang, I'm still surfboarding. And there were some water cooler moments, things that we're definitely buzzing about this morning.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a music awards ceremony without some sort of controversy. Remember Kanye? That's just another word. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, absolutely. Taylor Swift got through her performance last night with no interruption, so everybody was glad.
Excellent. I think that chainmail link or that chain link dress did it for her. Thank you so much for that, Michelle. We appreciate that. Staying up late for us here on the show. You are watching CNN News Center. I'm Monita Rajpal at CNN Hong Kong. Thank you for joining us. I'll update you the news headlines in just a few minutes.